Hey, yo, did you just unearth a cat from a pot of soil?
The harvest is bountiful this year.
Would you like a hymn in these trying times? I would like a hymn. I think the Goose Game is so successful because it captures a fundamental human desire to be absolutely but harmlessly bastardous. It's the same reason we gleefully smash pots in Zelda games. Sometimes you just need to be a moderate to severe nuisance.
We are all poltergeists in meat suits.
What a horrifying way to phrase this, thank you.
A fun fact about Trapinch is that we all love him.
A sweet boy.
A happy boy.
He looks like he just got out of divorce court.
The slight grin looks like he got back from mediation and scored a favorable custody agreement.
The eyes say he wants nothing more than to have his old life back.
I also just love that this is a screenshot from Reddit that was posted to Twitter, and then they took that screenshot of Twitter and then posted it on here.
And then this was screenshotted and sent to me on Discord, and now I'm reading it to you all on YouTube. Social media is fascinating. I was playing around with my camera on some broken glass, and I captured this. This is the most beautiful picture I have ever seen. Are you some sort of witch?
Behold, the Danish trading ship Georg Stage, 1934, dresses in rainbow color, 2021.
You know, not the kind of gay ship I'm used to seeing on Tumblr, but cool.
Oh no. Fairies have replaced my baby with the way cooler baby. I want to keep it.
Gladys, when Atlas and Peabody are 16 disassemblies into a test chamber.
Honey, Mommy needs you to lock in. Lock in for Mommy, please.
In moments like these, she really misses that awful human. I am such a man that leans in doorways, relaxes against the counter, drapes across the couch, sprawls over an armchair. My spine isn't straight, and by God, neither am I.
It's Halloween, time to get spooky. It's the middle of June. It's Halloween, time to get spooky. Okay, who the fuck got this on my dash? It's still June. Get spooky. How does this appear every June?
Perceive with your eyeballs. Testing the first bulletproof vests, 1923.
They didn't even, put on a watermelon or something.
All right, Philip, now just stand there.
Hey, look, I'm just saying. High risk, high rewards. It worked.
I mean, fuck. I like bed. I like sleep. I like cozy blankets. I like napping. I like to eat. I like Z-catching and wink catching, counting sheep. I like doing Betty by a shirt. Snooze it. If the monolith from 2001 A Space Odyssey had a ducky marker, would it be like this? Or this?
See, left is a docky. Right is a plushie.
You heard it here, folks.
Ayo, completely sober in the club Googling. Why? I can't get over what Brits call musical notes. Like, bro, please, I'm trying so hard to take this country seriously. Look at this. The single instance in which the American system of measurement is objectively the more intuitive and rational one. Let's just break down some of the personal favorites here, shall we? We have whole note, semi-brev, a half note is a minim, an eighth note is a quaver, and then, oh boy, does it just keep going from here? 16th note, semi-quaver, 32nd note, demi-semi-quaver, 64th note, hemi-demi-semi-quaver, 128th note, I don't even know how that would sound, semi-hemi-demi-semi-quaver, quasi-hemi-demi-semi-semi-quaver. Just, England. Stop. I feel like an alien tomb would be so fucking cool until an alien mummy gets up and chases you. This happened to me. You think mummies are slow as fuck and you can outrun them? But alien mummies have a ray gun? Yo, do not trauma dump on my post, please? Steven, as in Steven Universe, is a really funny character, actually. He never went to school. One of his powers is astral projection for no real reason. He's a musical prodigy. He's so traumatized by the end of the show that I had to make an entire epilogue series about it. He spent 7 years looking like a third grader. He was even bisexual. He went to the center of the earth. He saved the world in flip-flops. He broke his bones every day and didn't even notice. He killed someone. He didn't have a belly button. He actively chose to eat super crispy bits of potato that got left in the deep fryer. He lived in a house, but his dad lived in a car within walking distance of the house. He could revive people from the dead. All of his clothes were constant merchandise. He had an outdoor washing machine. He was put on trial for murder. He broke both federal and state child labor laws. The murder he was on trial for was different than the murder he committed. The murder he went on trial for was the murder his mom committed, and the victim of the murder was also his mom. He pled guilty. Every day I wake up, and I'm grateful for the writers of Steven Universe for just saying, fuck it, we do what we want.
You know, they call themselves cinephiles, but they aren't even fucking the movies.
They aren't even fucking the movies. I feel like we, as a global society, have forgotten the important rules of the internet. Do not feed trolls. Never give out personal information. Anonymity is the best defense. Don't click suspicious links. Don't click pop-ups and ads. Just because it's written doesn't mean it's true. You are responsible for your own experience. There's porn of everything. Act accordingly. I'd also like to add one thing, because I mentioned it on Twitter, and I feel like it's probably better if I said it in words on here right now. If you see something stupid or rage-inducing on any of the social media platforms, ignore it. Don't share it. It's like, because I don't know if you guys know this. Algorithm don't give a fuck what you think. It just sees that you shared the thing, like copy the link or whatever, quote tweet it, repost it, whatever, and just assumes, oh, they like this thing because they shared it with their friends and family. So it just keeps feeding you more of that thing. And then on top of that, you have given, obviously, rule number 1, don't feed the trolls. You fed the trolls. You gave them attention. Just stop. If you see something stupid or something you don't like, I cannot stress this enough. Fucking ignore it and move on with your life. Because especially right now, in 2025, people are like making money off of your anger. So the best thing you could really do for yourself is to make sure they don't get a single goddamn cent of that. Having said that, I need to emphasize that the next post that ironically comes after this, I have to emphasize, is a joke. It is a joke. Please don't be angry. The opposite of that orc can't read Ulysses is an elf who smugly delivers a lecture misinterpreting the very hungry caterpillar.
Hey, what if that insane murderer monster on the loose is just a little misunderstood? I'm not sure what blorbo means, but keep it to yourselves.
I want to fucking Rule 34 artists be like, I want to draw. Oh no. There's a beast outside of my studio. I'm afraid. If I just poke my head out this way. Oh god!
If you mess up a social interaction, you can say, failed experiment, and move on. Cannot stress enough that you have to say this in your head.
Oh, that's where we're wrong. Actually, the craziest impact Animorphs has had on me is that I never really got an urge to eat cinnamon buns from reading them, but the phrase, the refreshing beverage known as vinegar, has forced its way into my head every other week for years to try and convince me it would be a good idea to chug a whole glass of it.
I mean, apple cider vinegar is actually pretty good for your system, but I mean,
unless it wants you to drink distilled vinegar. Girl, we've been knowing how to omit the punchline. Beatboxing. Hey, you know what a video game thing would be awesome in real life? Dialogue options. I never have any idea what to say, and it would be great if I could just choose text and deal with the outcome, like carrying a conversation, getting ready to fight, get awkward situations, or like dissolve a conflict. Can saves come with it? Because I feel like if I fuck up the dialogue option, I'd rather go back and do it again.
Not really locked in, not even really locked out, but a secret third thing somehow.
Clipping through the door. Everyone who gets, like, really into Greek mythology either ends up worshipping the gods, studying classics, gay, or somehow all three at once. And I think that basically just makes you the Avatar theater kids.
The agony of thinking you're finished doing the dishes only to turn around and to your horror, the pot.
I'm gonna steal the C.
My grandson works at this location. Please remove the C from the sign. Mildred! Holy damn, woman!
Well, yeah, go ahead and try and attack me. Notices I left my dragon scale talisman of immortality at home. Or maybe let's not be too hasty.
See? Safe scumming your dialogue choices would be very handy in this situation now, wouldn't it?
Bucket Show, my classroom had like 2 pet fish, and the really fat one ate the small one. Yeah, Biggie. And I'm not surprised. Trap me inside a room with a floating burrito, and it's bound to get eaten.
Pocky, this implies you are also a floating burrito? Just, a bigger one?
Wait a damn minute. My analogy makes no fucking sense.
Linux diehards be like,
Instead of using butter for your grilled cheese, you should switch to Linux. You could set up a virtual machine to try out various distros to see which one works best for your needs.
counteroffer. You can get a MacBook Pro, turn on a very graphic-intensive game, and have it grill your cheese for you. Watch out, lads. I'm about to try to draw something. Never mind. Wow. The art block hit him so bad they deactivated.
I'm a huge fan of retiring to my quarters. In this economy, you'll be lucky to retire to nickels!
The Super Bowl or whatever. I'm not American.
Oh, nobody's going to be horny after this.
This is what made me asexual. My mom dipped me by the heel into the world's biggest bowl of cornflakes, and here I am.
Amazing tags.
My ankle is so fucking horny, though.
I'm Victorian.
Every reply to this is another punch in the gut. What the fuck are you guys even talking about now?
Munidopsis andamonica is a deep-sea species that feeds only on sunken wood, including trees washed out to sea and timber from shipwrecks.
Can you imagine being dealt this hand?
Expectation. I leave these browser tabs open, and they serve as a reminder to do the activities on those sites. Reality. I've become very good at ignoring browser tabs.
Passed out at a London bus stop? Woke up to this. Go with him. He wants to show you something. Nope, don't trust it. That's a fucking fae right there. He's gonna steal your ability to walk and become the fantastic Mr. Fox. Oh, wait a minute, maybe you should go with him.
I do the opposite of gatekeeping. I'm not going to shut up until you like this thing as much as I do.
He is a wet, pathetic man in a gift set to get you started, and then I'm going to send you memes as propaganda.
Gate tossing, hurling the gate at passerbys and attempting to capture them, regardless of whether they wanted to pass through the gate. What drug has 0 consequences? What drug can I do every day? Feels very euphoric, no tolerance, I can look normal on, not addictive, isn't neurotoxic, is legal, cheap, and a cheat code to life? Surely there is a drug that meets these criteria and is also overlooked by everyone. Reddit, do your thing.
Strawberry.
Not true. A perfect strawberry could drive one mad, chasing a high they can never match, yet alone exceed.
Post a gnome wrote.
I'm 5'9". I'm not a gnome.
I mean, they right, though. Like, a perfectly ripe strawberry with, like, the right amount of juice to it. Like, dude. You're never seeing that dragon again.
Breaking news. Drunken sailor fined and suspended.
Finally, an answer.
Hit them with a fine and then suspend them. Hit them with a fine and then suspend them. Hit them with a fine and then suspend them early in the morning.
OHP Dastra 2710E. We're really in it now.
Dipshit and fuckface aren't really seeing eye to eye.
When you hear about drama between two people you already had blocked. Current U.S. political news.
Once you start saying,
Yippee!
you can never go back.
Having a cat is great. There's a small little animal wandering around. Effervescent. Eating my charger!
Behold, an Australian blue heeler goes to sleep on top of the flock it has herded.
This is supposed to kill me. Because after a long day for the sheep, this puppy herd with all of its might, and then you said, what? I need a nap. And a nap per head. In case that was at a frequency that only a dog could hear, allow me to transcribe that for you.
This is it. This is the post that killed me. Because after a long day of herding sheep, this puppy here herded with all of its might, and then said, you know what, I need a nap. And a nap it had. Upon those sheep it herded. Now, excuse me, I'm going to gush over this photo again, because Catholic fans, can you explain to me how the Pope regenerates, and if I need to start at, like, St. Peter, or if I can just, like, watch the new season, please?
I'm not a Catholic either, but I'm pretty sure you could start with Pope Benedict. I think they kind of went with a hard reset on everything. Just, it's much easier to start from there.
The most psychic damage I've ever taken was when I was at an antique store, and I put on the school top hat, and the person I was with looked me in the eye and said,
You look... Have you ever heard of the Onceler?
Oh. Isn't it? I died of cringe. Oi. Oi. What are you doing? Where's this? What's this? What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? You really hate when I ask that question.
Tumblr For You page is just so fun. Saw a post that started with, imagine coming out to Tina Fey. No, I won't, actually, but thank you for the suggestion.
taking your childhood pet to the vet is so funny. The texts keep calling me mom, and I have to be like, bro, I'm just the cat's weird roommate. This is just all I am. Only 2 ADHD tasks. 1, this task will take me 5 minutes, but I couldn't possibly do it because I have an appointment in 6 hours. And 2, this task takes 5 hours, but I'll do it first thing in the morning before I leave.
Gonna need y'all to stop being right before I cry profusely.
Do you enjoy my up-talking? Turns out you can look a gift horse in the mouth. We were too busy beating the dead ones to notice.
Oh, that explains why I couldn't lead mine to water.
We may be cut from the same cloth, but I was cut with ease. I'm so whimsical. Tumblr user 2 steps from Tamarant. Your opinion on does Kids Bop count as censorship?
You know, this has been sitting in my inbox for nearly 4 years, and I still don't have an answer. Chat, it's up to us. Discuss. Normal-sized Ferris wheel? Cool! Guys, help me! What's in a Ferris wheel?
Always get jump scared when people in real life tell me they know me from Tumblr.
None of this was supposed to be real. You're but a figment of my imagination. Get out of my reality, please.
Behold, Boris Karloff in his Frankenstein costume playing baseball, with Buster Keaton as the catcher.
AI could never recreate this image, no matter how hard they tried.
Divorce-themed restaurant menu.
Dessert. Custard battle. Yeah, that's all I got so far, sorry.
She took the kids' menu.
Tumblr humor is only funny to Tumblr users.
Not true. Those bitches on Pinterest love us.
How to slow down time. Step 1.
5 minutes into the 1-minute plank and your buddy says, 45 seconds.
It's true.
All right, so what you're going to want to do is crush the garlic and ginger instead of slicing it, okay? It releases more of those good flavors. Yoshi's going to eat me and turn me into an egg now. I love you. Remember everything I taught you.
The fuck sort of fourth thing did I just roll into? PM Seymour. I want tits.
We doing this again? Did you learn nothing?
You know, if I feed you carrots, you may grow.
Pucky, what does this mean? Pucky, what does this mean?
Hey guys, did I mention I live on a fucking weird island and sometimes land crabs with 8-inch claws try to get into my house?
Oh, that's a cute puppy. What breed is he?
Sideways. Look at this motherfucker with his one big yowie claw.
Hey, it's Eric, the guy who hit you with his car. Sorry if this is like inappropriate, but would you like want to get dinner or coffee or lunch or a drink or something where I open doors for you and buy you consumable goods sometimes? Promise to not run you over again. I just don't know many girls who could pop their shoulder back in and make a joke while doing it. You're very cute.
Well, good news. I'm the most fuckable person at this vehicular manslaughter.
I went to your mom's house, and your mom was there. 12,000 notes, guys.
Yeah, sorry. Your boyfriend was just so sweet and bruised and mushy. We made him into a banana spread. Yeah. Sorry.
Peter Parker, also known as the popular superhero Spider-Man, is roughly 16 to 17 years old, meaning he was born in either 2001 or 2002. Contrary to popular belief, this places him firmly in the Gen Z category, rather than the millennial category that many place him in. By extrapolating this information, we can conclude that Peter Parker not only knows what a furry is, but constantly has to grapple with the fact that his spider-centric identity is, in fact, his fursona. In this essay, I will stop right there. Counterpoint. Peter does not need to put on the suit in order to act like Spider-Man. He just has to do the spider things to be like Spider-Man. Therefore, Peter Parker is a Therian. Not to the fullest extent where he thinks he's actually a spider, but very fucking close.
The only ADHD tips that work.
1. Never tell anyone that you're planning to do it until you do it. You'll get a premature dopamine hit and sense of accomplishment from telling them and lose motivation to actually do it. 2. Never sit down. Never sit down. And 3. Be perpetually haunted by, oh my god, you people can't do anything. Wait, don't click on that! Oh, phew, sorry. Just be careful. Many people don't know that PDF stands for poison dart frog.
Scoliosis is a really cute Pokemon. Colossus.
Bro, last night was totally
Redacted.
Last night was
Fully expunged from the record.
Bro, can you remember last night? What did we do? Did we hurt someone? Bro, why won't you look at me? What did I do? Whose blood is this? Bro? Whose blood is this? Behold, geology bookshelf. You know, on one hand, I'm amused at the joke. On the other hand, I'm a librarian, and this shelving is horrifying.
Well, no shelving system is without fault.
Alright,
I'm safe in the booth for now. They're occupied with self-cleansing. And I don't even want to talk to her right now because this little dingus pissed on my bathroom carpet this morning. I know she's just a baby and she can't help herself, but it stinks!
Hey, you with the face. Come here. You wanna do the binge intro for this one? Okay, that's one note. You wanna do the others? Or was that a no? Oh, that might have been a no. Well, it's a binge compilation, guys. Okay.
Why do you use its pronouns?
I got tagged in elementary school and never recovered.
I'm so sorry.
You guys gotta stop deactivating your blogs, because you're making it harder for me to go back in a reblog chain to remove the annoying additions. Just, leave it as an ancient relic. Come on.
Oh, Bill, get when I grow up.
Kid, if you're anything like me when you grow up, please get yourself a hug and some therapy. Can't stress this enough. Petition to create the term rad herring for when you add something in a story has no bearing on an actual plot and won't help piece together any of the big twists, but it is just too fucking awesome an idea not to include. I'll take rad herring over hype moments. That sounds awesome. One of my favorite things about Full Metal Alchemist world building is that you get to gradually realize how Edward Elric is the only person who dresses like that. Boy definitely has main character syndrome.
Yeah, I'm a gamer. Give me a... you guys help. I didn't think my shit post through.
If a boy kisser kisses a girl, does he become a bi kisser or just cease to exist? Must a musician not paint? Must a swimmer not run?
Wasn't lying when he said expert, damn. Thank you for your service, Tumblr user femboy expert.
You guys will reblog anything, I swear to God. This is an image with exactly 1 by 1 pixels. Come on, reblog it. I fucking dare you.
Over 2,300. I'm sorry, King fans, but I just can't see the suffix con without thinking it means conventions.
Dubcon? Will Skrillex be there?
Oh no, please, not this post. Please, please, please!
You know, maybe I should make a separate blog for Roblox stuff.
You're going down a dark and gnarled path of misery, and I will see you at the end.
Dang, what happened to you guys on Roblox?
They put my plastic ass in the washing machine for 24 hours.
And there was no stepbrother to come and save me?
Logs off Tumblr, rereads the source material.
Oh, phew. It was all just a bad dream. Thank God.
Chat named the series.
Today, I learned how to hack unmonitored CCTV cameras. I'm currently watching a dog run around in a backyard in Berlin. Update, I have found a barn cam that has a horsey in it, and I'm in Poland, and I have audio output so I can talk to the horsey. Update, there's 2 horses, and one of them is a baby. This is the best day of my goddamn life.
When people act like leaving gifts for fairies is to get the fairies' attention so they'll be kind to you, when really leaving gifts for fairies is the supernatural equivalent of a mafia protection racket.
You gotta pay off the mab.
Superman desperately scanning the street during a fight to find the most morally acceptable card to throw at his opponent, knowing that not everyone has insurance and loss of transportation can ruin a life. A wave of incredible relief washes over him as he spots the hard geometric lines and silver paintless sheen of a Cybertruck. The first time a Cybertruck was ever useful. Hey! That's not true. It gave us Neon Vortex. So it's the second useful time. Nothing more flattering than someone saying, "Oh, don't get her going," in reference to you when a topic you're passionate about is brought up. Because, yeah, I'll get going. My brother's girlfriend had HPV, so he went to get himself the HPV vaccine. There's a fee to pay, nothing much, something like 87 euros, but it's completely free if you're in one of the at-risk groups. What does that mean? He asks. It's free if you're gay, he's told. Ah, would I have to, prove it, or just put in a check mark here? My brother is in no way, shape, or form attracted to men, but he's also stingy as it gets. So now he's officially gay. Congrats, bro. Doctor, give it to me straight. You sure? There's a fee.
Give it to me gay. A-Gab. Assigned gay at billing. Purity seal that just says, "Fuck it, we ball," for the entire length of the parchment paper. Hell yeah. Found a folder on my drive called "In Case of Emergency." Was totally ready for it to be some mentally ill thing I did years ago or whatever, but I opened it up, and it was the full 1993 live-action Super Mario Bros. Movie. This'll fix me. Parky, how the fuck am I supposed to meet a fellow lesbian and then convince her to date me?
I don't know anything about lesbians, but maybe if you, walked around carrying a baseball bat, that'd be pretty badass. Turns out I know everything about lesbians.
I love office supplies. I like to make this empty shipping tape container walk around my desk. They're like a quadrupedal megafauna to me.
Oh my god, it is a little creature.
I love them.
One of my mutuals has gotten obsessed with snails and slugs. I find them utterly repulsive, but what am I going to do? They make good art when not posting snail videos. I wonder if this is how my Twitter followers feel when when I'm not sharing art or voice things, I'm just sharing rabbits.
Alright, that's it. You're going to 2009. Oh man, I have this one $19.99 plus shipping and handling, and I have no idea what to do with it. It's days like these that make me feel like such a Bingus. Hey yo, you want to immortalize that? That's right, we're back at it again with makeshift, but this time instead of something squishy. Please, I implore you, do not try to squish these. You will hurt your fingers. I've tried. This is the Cosmic Wonders badges, and now you could become a certified Bingus for real instead of just one on YouTube. Yeah, I know there's probably some of you out there thinking, whoa, $19.99 for 2 pins that are made of very pretty metal and extremely durable? They don't do anything. Why would I get this? I need constant stimulation in my life. Boo! Well, you just sit right there and let me show you something. Oh my God. It spins! You can hop on over to Makeshift right now. We got till July 8th, $19.99 plus shipping and handling. You can get yourself these shiny pins today. Put them on yourself, or even put them on one of your favorite loved ones. They can be a Bingus for you.
Oh, I guess this means I gotta quit this and JoJo's, and I'm sorry, you have to wear it because I love you. Don't panic, it still had this thing on it. She's okay.
So my boss texted me, I appreciate you staying out of the drama in the office.
I literally have no idea what she's talking about. Then you're doing a fantastic job at it. Were you born a boy or a girl? Bold of you to assume I was born at all.
I personally was created in a lab.
Just straight up spawned.
What's the trope name for when someone finds out they're the chosen one, trademark, and is like, no thank you, and goes and does something else?
Common sense.
Gifted kid burnout.
Refusal of the call is the actual trope name. Usually followed by the tropes of the call knows where you live and you can't fight fate.
The call is trying to contact you about your Destiny's extended warranty.
Post this hamster. Where to, boss? Hamsterdam.
My hobbies include reading, writing, and doing neither of those things. Hey guys, Jelly Donut! It's not what I'm called. Pokemon ruined our minds. Immortality sucks because all your friends die.
All your friends die anyway. Those we do not mourn are those who mourn us.
Immortality sucks because you forget who you are.
We always forget who we are. You remember what you were at 4 years of age? Who you were at 14? Who I am is a shadow cast on the wall. Immortality sucks because skill issue, give me your liver. Immortality sucks because eventually the universe ends and you're just stuck. But yeah, you can have my liver. Laps were made for me, specifically, I think. Large dog behavior.
Mean to me! I hope this email rules you all. I hope this email finds you. I hope this email brings you all, and in the darkness, binds you.
Oh, it's a Lord of the Rings joke.
I love the word lagomorph because it sounds like it's supposed to mean something alien or unnatural, but it's just bunny. Random anecdote for Father's Day. One time during a car ride, my dad asked me, "You're familiar with Murphy's Law, right?" And I was like, "Isn't that the one about how everything that can go wrong will go wrong?" And he said, "Yeah, exactly." And I said, "Why do you ask?" And he went, "Well, have you ever heard of coleslaw?" And I said, "No, actually, what's that?" And he said, "It's mostly lettuce and carrots with a little dressing mixed in."
I love this, Dad.
The difference between how I feel when my phone is at 40% and at 38% is palpable. Behold, pregnant ghost bat having an ultrasound at Featherdale Wildlife Park. Congrats. It's a bat.
When you are unemployed, mysterious voices will tell you to
Become a YouTuber.
But you must remind yourself that it's probably the amulet talking. The amulet you found last week, near the park. It has given you good advice so far, but there's always a line that you shouldn't cross.
Bullshit. Go on, little Timmy. Become a prank YouTuber. It'll be funny.
Toddlers are so pure. She doesn't understand that we help her with certain things because she's little, and she thinks that everyone just helps each other like that. So she tries to blow up my food and cut up from me and tries to help me pull out my shows.
The cutest thing is when you encounter a toddler in the wild and they try to help you, so you have to kneel there and nod very seriously while they lecture you about traffic or holding hands or whatever. The other day, a little girl stopped dancing to make sure I knew how to properly press an elevator button at my apartment complex. "It lights up, see?" she said. And I agreed that it did light up and thanked me sincerely for letting me know. It made my whole day. Found a rock in the kitchen and I was about to throw it in the trash and I thought, wait, this is cruel. I should let it outside. As if it was a living thing. I let it outside. Indie RPGs will be like, "This is Sinister Man." Yes, that's his legal name. First name Sinister, last name Man. All he does is vaguely threaten the character and sell overpriced mid-game gear. It's also kind of implied he might have eaten a child. And the fandom will be like, "I will draw him attending a tea party."
Why do I have a feeling this is about Deltarune? Fun fact, 0 people will see this post as I am not tagging it.
Oh.
They should make a cure for EP.
Tip, you can cure the EP condition by sleeping. Oh, you think it's so easy? Chips. Chips are thin slices or pieces of various materials, often used in electronics for processing and storage. Can you tell that DoorDash started using AI description for menu items? The problem with buying food is after you eat it, you have to go buy more food. Just say you have an addiction. Baba, how do you feel about unfinished sentences?
Baba.
Thank you, Baba. I got a new video game today. It's very important to read any manuals or help in the sections before you play, so you know what you're doing. Woohoo! This seems pretty simple.
Oh.
Writing is so funny because I could write nonstop for 9 hours and then hit a block where I'm like, how do I transition between this moment and the next? And then I just don't touch it for 6 months. It's great. Tumblr talking about their favorite characters like smelly, gross, unclean, stinky, unhygienic, dirty, sweaty. I love him.
Not a furry, but I think humans should have tails because it would be so fucking sexy and hot and so sexy.
Most suspicious post ever, dude. You should think some things through.
Okay, I thought it through just now and decided to keep every single word exactly the same.
Okay, so the question is, Pucky, is it like, does the tail have like the same like visuals as human skin? Or is it like a hairy tail and it's just the color of our hair? Like, these are important questions, Pucky. Do not think otherwise. I am your eternal rival. I hate you to the bitter end, even if I instinctively clung to your arm during the scary drop on the roller coaster. Sick wedding vows. The helpful and informative Nile Red that concocts a nighttime beverage versus the wretched and dastardly Nile Blue that brews the dark and secret kills you potion. A British man with trypophobia who loves crumpets but is too scared of them to be able to eat them. What a sad life he lives. So thanks to Mastodon, anyone could hypothetically start a social media site. That means Tumblr users can create their own social media site separate from Tumblr. It sounds like a terrible idea. We should do it. The Blue Sky equivalent of Tumblr sounds dreadful and frightening. Good luck. Oh my god, look at JoJo being so cute. You guys see this? Well, you guys see this, right? I mean, JoJo's right there. What are you talking about? Oh no. Shit, I've been hallucinating about a cat, haven't I? Oh is a different emotion from oh, which is a different emotion from which is a different emotion from whoa. I could go on. And these all convey different feelings depending on spelling variation and how many H's you add at the end, too. Guy who plays GeoGuessr goes too deep and falls desperately in love with a set of GPS coordinates. I'm sure there's a fanfic for that somewhere. Yes, he's a massive bitch, but he's also bisexual and a punching bag and almost dies at least once a week, and he's my little meow meow. Chat. What character? When I was like 14, I almost made a rap about HTML and CSS. I wrote like 3 bars and realized that I would deeply regret it if I continued. Life-saving foresight. Don't let anyone ruin your day. Be a man. Root it yourself. Shout out to the guy who ran for class president, not a real role at this school, in 7th grade, and just put up posters everywhere about how he would bring steam-powered rails back. No other policy. I hope you're doing well. I think it is important to recognize the ways in which your favorite thing sucks. I think it keeps you normal.
See, I feel like this only works if your favorite thing is like a media. How am I supposed to critique the problematic themes of eels, the fish?
Brave, I'm so sorry to put you on blast like this, but please stop. This has me in a stare.
Behold the Tumblr blue through the years.
The computer illiteracy pride flag. Hey! Hey! You don't say the quiet parts out loud. When I say, that reminds me, and there's a 0 connection, You just have to take my word for it. There's no time to explain. My mind is an enigma.
Tumblr lesson number 1. Don't discourage a post from getting notes, or it would only get more notes because people are evil on this site and do the opposite of what you tell them.
Hey, you know what would be really funny?
Never mind. Tumblr lesson number 1 is don't talk about Tumblr on Tumblr.
Think you're just gonna have to live with the fact that you have 538 on Markungen.
Actually, Zelda is the name of the princess. The guy who runs around smashing everyone's pots is just called Zelda's monster.
This is a terrible thing to say about Zelda's bestie and Malon's husband.
Ate moldy chocolate. What's next for my career, chat?
Food poisoning.
Please. No.
Playing poker with my friend and he lays down a straight flush, but it has 2 kings, so I tell him that's wrong. But it's Pride Month, and the gay flush is allowed during this month. Those are the rules. Can you imagine if other pieces of media were as scared of calling their monsters what they are as zombie media is calling about zombies? Werewolves? No, sorry, buddy. Around here, we call them howlers. Vampires? Oh, those are night suckers. A ghost? Psst, not even close. That's a nasty little flying freak. Actually, can someone answer for me why most zombie media is afraid of calling zombies? So we all know that The Simpsons has a floating timeline. It's constantly the current year, but their ages never change. In the original 1989 season of The Simpsons, Homer was 34 years old, meaning he was born in 1955. This makes him a baby boomer. Now, for the 2025 season, Homer is still 34. He was born in 1991. Homer is a millennial now. In 2031, Homer will be Gen Z. 1997 is the start of Gen Z. Okay, I don't like the fact that I'm older than Homer now. Can someone please debunk that? Please tell me Homer hasn't always been just 34. Please tell me that's not real. Okay, these beds crack me up because I know the recliner on the side is a massage chair / for fucking. But I also imagine that it's where you have your buddy / most trusted advisor / overly familiar but not too familiar jester lounge for movie night while you and your consort spoon in bed. That's where the knight goes to make sure you don't get subtly stabbed on consummation night.
The massage chair is to soothe his sword-sore muscles while he fiddles his thumbs and chimes in with some constructive criticism on your technique.
Crom, Robin, and Frederick. Okay, is it an adult cartoon, or is it a Family Guy-like? Post I thought about for 2 seconds and typed out in 5 seconds will now haunt me forever. Power of words, man.
Behold a very helpful garden assistant.
You can't lie to me, OP. I've seen the game.
Tumblr is basically a gay bar and a mental institute.
Hey, who did you have to kill to get that URL? Hello? Tumblr user cock?
Probably bad RPG ideas. Cool curses to put in your fantasy game. Curse that makes you unable to read the rest of this list.
Did you guys get all that? Seems pretty clear to me. You know, pee changing color depending on your hydration is a very intuitive game design. It's a good quality of life feature. Imagine Death Note is a 12-episode anime because Misa kills Light during the classic teenage girl thing where you write your crush's name in a heart. In her Death Note? Not gonna lie, I think that would actually be better.
They should invent tech issues that other people have experienced and solved. Deleted!
Thanks, that solved it.
Not to be an American, but like air conditioning is the greatest invention of all time.
And it's really fascinating because, like, the more you look into it, the more you think it was invented by some kind of fucking witch. Like, the fuck do you mean you can get propane-powered air conditioners? You a witch? You a bruja?
Motherfucker saying, I use dual boot. Like, yeah, of course. Who walks with one boot on? Stupid.
Habadashery, you want to see my cat?
Not right now. I'm still freaking out about that moldy chocolate I ate.
JoJo time.
Oh my god. Oh my god. She's headbutting. We gotta zoom out. Jojo, what are you doing? Hey. Hey. This is a moose. This is a moose. I forgive you.
The world's smallest carnivore is called the least weasel. I'm dying because, like, it's the smallest carnivore, then it sure is the least amount of weasel you could have.
Look at him. This is absolutely the least amount of weasel you can have.
I want 20 of them. You know, if Toby Fox had ever made that one fateful video game, we'd all be living life sans Undertale.
Say that again.
I felt straight up, downright left out in there.
Sentence composed mostly of directions. I don't like this emoji. This is not a hug to me. This is someone doing condescending jazz hands in my general direction when I'm in need of affection, not comforting. Now this, I love this emoji. This is a hug. We are hugging and it's nice. And as a special bonus, they appear to be my old friends from the MSN Messenger logo. Very comforting.
You shouldn't say.
Girl, give me a hint at least. So we all know the beloved cyberpunk film Akira, right? I just found out the composer for it is a biologist. He made music for 2 films in his life, Akira and I Am God. Akira was his first movie, and 30 years later, he did his second. The guy spent the rest of his life studying the brain and teaching at several universities. Tsutomu Hashi, I salute you, you magnificent man. The tuba is an instrument of brass destruction that was invented by and for bards who refuse to learn healing spells on the grounds that the enemy can't hurt your friends if they're all dead. Just saying all the spells that do thunder damage should be twice as effective that they're coming out of a tuba.
Oh no, you've been brainwashed into a shell of your former true self.
This is my true self, asshole. You just constructed a false version of me in your head that agrees with you, and you're treating deviation from that ideal you forced on me as the product of mind control. You're not as different to your father as you'd like, huh? The spiralized and endless devotion to the demon princess are entirely coincidental. Shut up.
The 3 dots on the side.
Call her by her real name. Meatballs Menu. I'm gonna say it now so everyone in my notes stops arguing over this. Meatballs Menu is the 3 dots side by side. Kebab menu is 3 dots up and down. Bento menu is an array of 9 dots in a square shape. Hamburger menu is 3 sides horizontally. Yes, there are others, but none of them are nearly as prevalent, so I don't care enough to list them. Goodbye. Literally what they're called, by the way. This post isn't a bit. Computer programmers are perpetually famished. Maybe it's because I'm incredibly brain-rotted by Uma Musume right now, but Meatballs Menu sounds like an NPC in the game. Never trust how you feel about your life when you have stubble.
Or after 9 p.m.
Which is weird, because it's 5 o'clock shadow, so shouldn't it be 9 o'clock shadow?
I don't think Shadow's allowed to be up that late.
Hating the franchise you're fixated on is a rite of passage. To the person who said, of course LP is a Star Wars fan. Fuck you! LP, I'm here to tell you it could be worse. I was about to ask how that's even possible, then I realized this is from an SPM blog. Ooh. Ooh. Are you being a good girl?
No, I'm chewing on electrical cords.
If you know someone from New York City and they're feeling down, ask them to explain to you exactly what a bodega is. They love telling people about bodegas. Now, what they're going to describe to you is a regular corner store, but act like it's just as magical as they think it is. I'm thrilled my tweet continues to upset New Yorkers even after my Twitter ban. New Yorkers were invented so that Americans can understand what it's like to talk to an American. These tags passed peer review. I don't know if I should be amused or upset right now. Just saying though, bodegas to corner stores are like Coca-Cola is to like getting generic cola. They're both different.
Mystery solvers.
Yep. It's fucking grim.
Incredible display at the grocery store today. Kid definitely too old to be sitting in shopping carts, sitting on a case of Diet Pepsi, and playing on Switch Lite. Why does it look like James Rolfe? Imagine, if you will, a Jackie Chan fight scene where he's in an IKEA warehouse and he fights off dudes with furniture pieces. But by the end, he's accidentally assembled it into a complete mom bedroom set. One joke is that an assembly instruction sheet floats by the camera, and he and the guy fighting are in the exact same poses as the little cartoon guys. This would be cinema. This would be absolute fucking cinema, and we're too afraid to do it. The craziest Betamon is this guy, who would evolve into a random Pokemon upon evolution. Like, imagine finding this autism creature fighting for its life out in the wild, so you catch it out of pity, and 2 months later it evolves into goddamn Rayquaza. Like, that's brilliant, actually. Game Freak, give it to me right now, please. Put down the game you're making right now, the really good game that looks very pretty, by the way. It's very nice. Give me the creature! You know, Gandalf doesn't say that Shadowfax is the best or fastest. He says that he's the lord of all horses. And quite frankly, I want more information about the responsibilities and powers that come with that position.
I would assume it behooves him to create a more stable economy for all horses by reining in unnecessary spending. It must be a huge responsibility to be saddled with, but I'm sure he always meets it with unbridled enthusiasm. He's probably chomping at the bit for the next horse presidential race. In fact, I hear he's actually leading in the gallop polls. Oh.
Our DM describing the approximate size of a spider. It's a spider. A big fucking spider. Size category. Fuck.
I have learned many things about British culture and the language through Tumblr. Soon I shall blend in seamlessly with the Brits like some sort of American chameleon, and gradually reintroduce Old English vocabulary to the gene pool, and restore the delicate ecosystem via reintroducing words such as thou and wlonk.
I'm gonna be completely honest, I completely forgot I made this post and thought me making this was just a fever dream. Why did I say this?
Apparently, the Silk Song subreddit has started doing human sacrifices, where they ritually elect someone to be banned in order to guarantee the timely release of the game. Somehow, this isn't even surprising. This is literally just what happens when you get a bunch of Hollow Knight fans together in the same space.
I'm begging. I don't even play Hollow Knight. I had no interest in Silksong, but I'm praying to all the powers above that it's good. Because with how feral the fandom is begging for this to come out, if it's anything less than like an 8 out of 10, we all might die.
Fries, envelopes. I've been away for 18 hours. Can I go to bed now?
You know, I think the fact that friends and enemies autocorrected this, I didn't notice it's reason enough I should sleep. Honestly, I just imagine that an 18-hour shift at mailing fries and envelopes factory must have been grueling.
I'm so tired.
I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do the dishes. I did it. It sucked, but I did it. Don't forget the pot.
The pot.
Stop treating killing dragons as an act of bravery and valor. Maybe we should be kissing and loving the dragons instead, and being more niceys. I like this post, but I'm gonna be honest, I don't know how much longer I can put up with people calling me Donkey from Shrek. Hey, you open this can of worms with a Y. Now you gotta fucking kiss him. Favorite word? That's Patreon exclusive, and you know that. Okay, fine, it's fry-a-later. It's a pretty cool word. Ayo, what you got made fun of in school for? Well, I went to American public school for 6th grade, and I pierced someone's scrotum with the fencing foil that was missing the little rubber safety tip on the end by accident in gym. And it was in middle school, so I was promptly named the Nut Slayer. And I cried until my parents let me move back to Europe and live with my grandparents.
Dude, Nutslayer is a powerful title.
Can you imagine a European person coming to your school for 1 year, stabbing you in the ball sack, then promptly fucking back to Europe immediately afterwards? Can you imagine being the bloke with the stitch in their scrot because of some mysterious foreign sphere puncturer? Okay, let's see if we can top that. Chat, what did you get made fun of in school for?
Sorry, I can't hang out because I forgot how to mimic human-like behavior.
I mean, if you want to just like live in the corner like some kind of creature, that's cool. We just don't want you getting left out.
Thank you.
Behold, the uncomfortable tea set. Yes, I am uncomfortable. Ooh, long tea. Say that again.
North America got the massive Sasquatch. Mexico got the dreaded Chupacabra. Japan got Fat Snake?
Fat bitch.
You can't call him that!
Down time. Oh my god. So baby. She's so little. So tiny. Terrorized me the moment I came back home from vacation.
Was my brother's company not enough for you? Are you that insatiable for social interaction?
You know, the worst thing about House of Leaves is how stupid I look reading it in public, Lamau. Like, yes, I know I'm holding the book upside down and turning it in circles. How long did you freaking judge me?
Not now, kitten. Daddy is reading House of Leaves by Mark C. Danielowski.
Behind every late-diagnosed neurodivergent person is a parent who has absolutely nothing going on at all. Don't worry about it. The existence of maybe, perhaps, perchance, and mayhaps suggests that there also should be maychance and perbe. Investing at 523 notes.
Can we make sure it's done?
Perbe, you shouldn't have thought about the consequences before posting a linguistic banger. Well, I know, maychance, we have a title for the video. Super Creek was a stallion who was known for being kind of nurturing, and then he got reincarnated as a large-chested mommy. Never give up on your dreams. Also, I don't know if this is fully correct, but there was the story that Super Creek chose their trainer. So, she's kind of down bad for you, so be on the lookout for the 3 dreaded words you will find on the internet. Google babies.
Patch notes for Forest. Deer have beam attacks now.
Let's see you try to make venison when I got the power of 1,000 fucking suns!
Diversity win! User It's a PM Seymour is dead!
Man, this is how I found out I died? Man, so I really am just a disembodied voice now. Fun fact! Nothing can stop you from finding the oldest art your friend has ever made on their blog and reblogging it. Go back! Do not pass go! Do not collect $200! Fun fact! Nothing can stop you from finding the oldest art your friend has ever made on their blog and reblogging it.
Please, why?
Hey, what do a Selkie and a Ziploc bag have in common? Resealable.
Reblog. You know what? Give me a mic and editing software. I think the world is finally ready for a white boy to talk about Nintendo games on YouTube. And boy, do I have a lot of opinions about Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time.
For the record, I'm doing the bit as that guy. My opinion about Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time is a fantastic game, and it is a masterclass of subtext, and if you don't understand that, I'm putting a link right now in the comments. Oh, wait, link in the comments. Yeah, they wrapped his jerky ass up in tinfoil like a burrito in that goofy pose, poking at him and shit. Let me tell you, I be casting mummies' curses left and right. In the cuck chair, starts booing. Wife looks over. I do the Roman Emperor thumbs down. She executes the other guy.
I think all fictional couples should be evaluated by how funny an Am I the Asshole Reddit post about their first couple fight would be. I just can't convey the frustration and sorrow that it's been to grow up at first without the internet and then watching it bloom into this useful, fun, connecting force you sometimes spent time on, only for it to degrade into this constant, oppressive waste of time and energy where people are constantly pumping out algorithmically designed content for max algorithmic appeal, and even the most sincere searches generate either no results or an infinite abyss of AI-generated slop, none of which is usable or correct. We briefly had a Library of Alexandria and then fed it into a paper shredder so advertisers could sell a random mashup pulled back to us at a premium! It's in words. Tumblr divorced Twitter and then married AO3. Now that's what we call moving up. I think it's more like Tumblr finally got busted on cheating on Twitter with AO3, and then they just married AO3 after the divorce. It is a painful truth that actually none of my fics are abandoned. No. Not even the ones I haven't updated in 5 years. I still know exactly what happens next. And after that, and so on. They're not abandoned. They're right here, haunting me. Characters climbing up my pants like kittens nagging for dinner.
Today's poster sponsored by this bunny I found. Yahoo! And look at him. Isn't he cute? Look at him.
Look at him. American Tumblr user.
None of these words are ingredients for a burger. No, that attitude.
So my mom has a friend who has a failed program service dog, and he's literally my favorite creature. He's a really smart Labrador. He learned all the commands, but he just has an affinity for doing them whenever he wants. So this lady's dog literally turns on and off lights, opens doors, opens the fridge, etc., at his own wishes. Her house looks like it's baby-proof with kid-safe locks on everything and stuff, but really she just has a dog that's learned all the mobility service dog commands, but has a mind of his own. It's chaotic good boy. The author's barely disguised longing to be a real person. The author's barely disguised longing to not be a real person.
Hey, liking a character who sucks is silly because, yeah, I hate him, and yeah, I want people to bully him and say mean things. But if you say the wrong mean thing, I'm going to get defensive. Everything he does is his own fault, but also some of that shit wasn't entirely his fault. Do you understand?
Chat, you know what to do. Name the character. My average writing experience. All right, I think I'm almost done, actually. Google Doc grows second health bar and a choir starts to sing in Latin. Oh, I guess I'm not done. Another beautiful day that will be ruthlessly dominated by the whims of my digestive tract.
You gotta stop eating all these Entenmann's, man.
Did you know that Batman?
I didn't. Tell me more.
Well, it's a man,
Intriguing.
and you'll never fucking believe it. He dresses like a bat.
Holy fucking shit, dude.
Feels so good to finally be free of responsibilities forever now that I'm done with academia. What the fuck is a job market?
Oh.
In the aviary, straight up watching it burst into flames, and by it, well, let's just say, methinets. Describing my relationship to someone by introducing them to people as an old wound. At that description, they roll their eyes and point out to me that you're the one who won't cauterize me, and I shoot back automatically that I did try, and we're both struck silent for a beat before they respond, I know, in such a fond yet melancholy voice, and we share a look of such profound unspoken understanding that everyone around us begins to feel like they're intruding on some intimate affair.
Yeah, sometimes.
Sometimes they'll see a post about some discourse and just think,
Who the actual fuck is getting into fights about that?
turns over a log in the woods and see the little bugs engaged in a fist fight.
Have you guys ever seen the sun?
Which is more gay? Being gay? Or whatever the fuck this is?
The Venn diagram is a circle. Hope this helps.
Quiz. Why do lobsters have one claw bigger? Well, they evolved to handle different prey. The larger crusher claw cracks open harder prey like a molar tooth, whilst the smaller pincer rips apart soft prey similar to an incisor tooth. They're lopsided. Oh, I see. Yay.
You know, I'm gonna have to start hyping up my own posts and seeing if that gets me anywhere. The original? Cut!
Well. If it isn't my old nemesis, Joanne Joestar.
Oh, damn it, the little smile got me. God damn it.
You win this round, Joanne Joestar. You win this round.
You know, actually, I think the cursed amulet will succumb to my power because I'm stronger than it. Hospital.
Ayo, not to be flirty, but I'd make you a grilled cheese at 3 a.m.
Oh. The person who realized you could rearrange the letters in Gossip Girl to read Go Piss Girl is truly one of the greatest minds of our generation. Madam, your legacy.
Okay, everyone shut up and look at this carving of a whale from 1200 to 600 CE Shumash culture. I love him.
So I got a Moomin Nendoroid, and I also got leftover Yu-Gi-Oh stuff from the Kaiba one, and...
This is it. This is the Mona Lisa of 2025.
My favorite thing is when you're not talking to a dog and you just like look at them and their tail starts wagging, but like unsure. And then you start talking to them and it gets a little faster, and then you get all excited and they get all excited. It's just wonderful.
Found footage movies that get turned into a series of found footage movies are always so funny. Like, we keep buying cameras and the guys keep getting eaten by ghosts.
And I said, well, it seems like you're just feeding journalists to the monsters.
And then my producer started crying. This thought process makes me think of two things. One, the logical answer, which is the VHS series, which is a very, very graphic horror found footage series. And the Blair Witch sequel. Like, why the fuck did they make a sequel? A lawyer woke up in the hospital after surgery. He asked, "Why are all the blinds drawn in here?" The nurse answered, "There's a fire across the street, and we didn't want you to think the operation had been a failure." This is not a bad joke, Jeff. This is fucking solid gold.
Old MacDonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O. And on that farm he had a second, smaller farm, E-I-E-I-O. With a farm here and a farm there. Lying in front of a street cleaner. Well, did the street cleaner believe you?
It is like talking to a fucking genie with you people.
Y'all new vocal stem just dropped.
Cats are filled with many pleasant sounds.
Drop.
Or is it more? Nintendo says Mario and Princess Peach are just good friends who help each other out whenever they can.
Nintendo just friend-zoned my boy Mario.
All right, stop the sad music for a second. Back the fuck up. Who's to say Princess Peach didn't get friend-zoned by Mario? Maybe that's why she ends up with Bowser, at least according to all the fanfic I wrote at 12 years old.
I'm gonna be honest with you, Redstone Dust. I have literally never thought of you as any nationality. Like, where do you assume I am from?
Tumblr.com, baby.
Actually, this is the correct opinion.
I'm Blorbo from your dashboard.
Yeah, sorry, dude. I can't hang out today. I saw someone online misinterpret my favorite piece of media. Yeah, I have to lay on the floor. Yeah, it'll be all day.
Oh, brain rot is strong and mind is tired. Fandoms merging in head in way that don't have any coordination, yet I see something. Do you see it? I see it. The lines are crossing. I see the connection. I see it all.
If the Delta Root fandom does anything fucking weird to Marozensky, I'm gonna have to lay on the floor for a few days.
I cast Vicious Mockery. Oh, look at you scrolling on Tumblr. Oh, is that fan art from your favorite show? Yeah, I like it. Go on, you fucking loser. Roll the hit. Is 14 a hit?
No, you take 2 damage instead.
Joke's on you. I have an armor class of 18.
Vicious Mockery is a wisdom saving throw, but I don't even think a nat 20 would save yours.
I just bought my first house.
And it's haunted by an armchair.
Today Mario's going to your house.
No.
Okay. Tomorrow Mario's going to your house. Please?
Hyperfixation, please stay with me long enough to complete the project. Hyperfixation, do not fade. Hyperfixation, finish what you started, for the love of God.
It never does. Maid cleaning a massive chateau, surely belonging to the richest people you've ever seen. And as she's walking from room to room, you notice that every single portrait is of her. Yeah, she's still the maid, but the owners really just like her. You specifically understand. I'm sure there's a manga out there for this. Getting older and looking at your own OCs like, okay, I know I said you were like 16 and 19 when I made you at 13, but no fucking way you're 25 now. Actually, an artist friend of mine playing 5D chess with this. They and their OC share the same age, albeit being 2 completely different people. But, so anytime, they have a birthday, so does the OC.
Does anyone know why YouTube videos from 2020 have that 5Y on them lately? Yeah, there's this weird bug going around where 5 years have passed.
Oh! Fuck!
It is time for JoJo. You spin me right round, baby, right round, like a record, baby, round, round, round.
You all right? Okay. You know the thing about Bugs Bunny is that he lives and dies by his bits. He's fully capable of killing you if he wanted. But the thing is, not only is he a nice guy, he's a funny guy. To beat Bugs Bunny, many people assume that you just have to not fall for the jokes. If he hits you with a pie, you don't flinch, and eventually, you wear him down. The issue is, misery will only last you so long. There's only so much bits to endure before it becomes funny, and whoever is getting laughed at is losing! Instead, to kill Bugs Bunny, you have to beat him at his own game. When he throws a pie, don't try to sidestep or be a sourpuss that's playing into his hands. Instead, you comically open your mouth and swallow it whole. This is how you kill a god! OP, you good? Not in the fucking slightest. When vampires are portrayed as mainly preying on women, that's like so unrealistic. Like, I'm so sorry, but they're too careful, especially around strange men. Dudes are much easier. You could literally lurk in a bush in the park at night and call out, "Whoa, look at this fucked up looking squirrel," and have 3 grown men climb in immediately. Hey. Not all men are that stupid. Some of us need at least 2 fucked up looking squirrels. They're called now and laters because you eat them now, and then 3 hours later, you can make a snack out of the half that stuck itself onto your teeth. Yeah.
There are 3 ways to do things: the right way, the wrong way, and the Baksheen way.
Isn't that the wrong way?
Yeah, but faster.
No. I don't think we live in some sort of fan service AU where each house has a device you must strip down to use.
I say as I confidently step into the shower fully clothed. In the wrong hands, this would spark a debate on Twitter, starting a pickup line with, "Did it hurt when you fell from heaven?" And the girl I'm talking to bursts into tears, and everyone around me gives me a dirty look. And it's only then that I notice her broken halo. For fuck's sakes.
Tubby at the vet, here's in hell, but he looks sick as fuck.
They're doing Hellraiser shit to your dog, dude.
Your dog? A walrus sulky whose human form is a short, stout, bald man with mutton chop beard that kind of still looks like a walrus.
That guy from Mythbusters.
That's why they had to stop. He had to return to the sea.
The best Reddit thread I've ever seen was when someone asked if the gang from Always Sunny in Philadelphia could kill Darth Maul. And almost all of the responses were over 4 paragraphs long. And the best quote from that thread: "To give the gang a slight advantage, we'll assume that Darth Maul has not seen any films of the Home Alone franchise."
I need animations of this now.
Turns up into court in a fursuit.
Hi, I'm your public defender.
Tears in my eyes begging the judge, "I'll plead guilty if you arrest him too."
The judge, also in a fursuit.
Overruled.
Writing prompt. While cleaning your attic, you find a box of glass balls with names on them. You accidentally drop one. And as soon as it shatters, a person appears. Dude, your brother had said as he opened the door to the attic. Stop breaking stuff.
I love these clever subversions of fantasy writing prompts that give them a mundane punchline. They give me life.
Hey, you missed your shift on Tumblr.com? Why aren't you reblagging?
I think my dark eye undercircles are adding to the aesthetic, actually. No, I don't need sleep. No, I don't need a new skincare routine. Get the fuck out of my house. You know, sometimes it's okay to skip a song you like when you don't feel like it at the moment. You're not hurting its feelings.
The anime girl Fangtooth is an evolutionary feature that helps them open beer bottles.
Oh. Being on Tumblr is just fun, so fun. I say the stupidest sentences throughout history, and then 5 gay people tell me that they like it. It's the fucking best.
Me casually casting meteor shower in a safe way before leaving and going home.
Plucky, what is your problem?
Fuck these dumb idiots.
Rises from the endless pile of papers. What year is it? What happened?
Hey, I want to talk to you about this copy you sold me.
Oh no, the papers, they're consuming me. Bye. Ugh, I'm sweating my balls off.
Tap and hold to imagine it with AI. Try it.
Honestly, I think I'm good without that, thanks. As a child of divorce, few things are as funny to me as the concept of alimony. Like you have to pay your ex-wife recompense for the crime of being a fail husband. My mom.
Send me that thing about alimony. It made me chuckle.
Why bother writing bisexual characters if they just end up in an M/F relationship?
My dude. My guy. My pal. Stop talking forever.
Oh, I have never reblogged faster in my life.
Watching my bi friends' identities get erased while they're in an M/F relationships makes it even more important to write bi characters in an M/F relationships, and then be really blatant about the fact that one of them is bi. In my opinion, the best way to blindside people with that is to have the female love interest eyeball another dude, and then the male love interest joins in on the eyeballing. It's so subtle, and yet so powerful. Shine normal, like a plain rock.
Dark.
Dry, tickly cough relief from sources across the web. Hydration, honey,
Steam.
and ginger.
Oh boy, 24 hours of gaming to cure my coughing fits. Either that or intensify it. We'll see how into it the session gets. Monster Hunter is great because most of the time there's at least pseudo-scientific explanation for how this monkey can breathe fire. And then there's the Elder Dragons. Even the scientists in the Monster Hunter world are like, we have no idea what this is or how it functions. Imagine if real animals were like that. Ah, yes, this is the giant anteater. It has large, powerful claws and a long, flexible tongue to assist it in hunting ants and termites. And this is the orbital death drake. It summons meteors sometimes, and we're not still sure why or how. Researching something you have zero interest in for the sake of Eurosi, who is balls to the walls obsessed with that thing. This tastes terrible, Lord, but I'll eat it for you. Simbali Rudolph, the horse girl, is the result of years of experimenting to create a woman who is simultaneously 17, 23, 32, and 51. She's literally a schoolgirl and also a dad. She is nuts, and I love her. At this point, I'm just ready to chalk up that the Uma Musume girls are just like fucking elves. They're just like that forever. Just because someone carries it well doesn't mean it isn't heavy. Ew? Patting out the localization like, your secret technique. In normal circumstances, such a bullet would have no effect on me. But you certainly knew that. My rival. And so cleverly, you accelerated it with a gun. Les Miserables. There's just one of him. Can you hear that one guy sing? Yes, and he's singing terribly, and I don't think he quite understands the message. I just really wanted a loaf of bread. F. U. N. G. P. It's time for cake. Give her all the stuff. All these nice things. And her favorite toy is the tube. The tube. She's like, don't touch the tube.
Do you guys know a Minotaur is 60 centaurs?
And a centaur is 1/100th of a dollar tour. I'm not triggered or upset or even ideologically opposed to it. I just associate it with something so bad that I can't enjoy it anymore. It is such a frustrating relationship to have with a piece of media. It's covered in fucking ooze, you know. It's covered in the fucking ooze. Just bought a Fallen Empire off Temu. Vizzy pop right now. Yeah, about that. Briefed, Glansley. Perhaps I am too tired to write right now. Hold up! You might have just made the best name for a rich snooty guy.
Seeing a very attractive anime character like, what if I'm not gay?
What if I am gay? Now, chat, name the character.
Could you imagine trying to navigate this bar drunk? This is the 9th circle of hell.
You know, sometimes you see something calling itself the world's first blank, and you see it, and you're just like,
Yeah, man, there's a fucking reason no one did it before.
fish want me. Women divorce me. Fish want women to divorce me. Fish are sabotaging my romantic relationships.
Let's dissect Uncle to find his wish gland.
This is why commas are so important.
Where do you think the comma goes? No, seriously, where do you think the comma would go that would make this sentence acceptable? Just remember that last summer when one of our old lady neighbors realized I was on testosterone and asked me if I like cars, and when I said no, she was like, oh, you will. Hormone that makes you like cars. I know they're talking about automobiles as the concept, but I'm just imagining you inject testosterone into yourself, and you're just like, fuck, I understand Lightning McQueen now! My friend who brought the Takis just told me that Markiplier made a Takis eating video where he just sucks off the dust and spits them out, and I screamed! If I was ever to get Clockwork Oranged, they could break me by holding my eyes open and forcing me to watch Markiplier suck the dust off Takis and spit the wet bear chips out over and over. Hi, I'm the friend, and Markiplier eating Takis is just something you have to come to terms with. I don't have to do that at all. Quarantine Markiplier was an entirely different beast.
I can't seduce you with my tongue. I don't miss social cues. I do not have a problem with authority. I do not need to learn how the world works. I ask why. And if I don't get an answer, I don't do it.
I've just gotta lock in. Voice of someone who has never locked in before and shows no signs of making good on changing that. No. I periodically see ships that make me go, what? Oh, no, and then move on and don't harass anyone and feel so strong and brave. Me when I see the spooky ghost ship on the ocean's horizon. My housemate was in charge of handling fruit fly swarm invasions, but she moved out. And I don't know how to set all the special traps and sticky papers, so I've just been grabbing them out of the air one by one. They're almost gone now. I'm really good at grabbing them, like a praying mantis. I am an agent of death. Now presenting her. She's beautiful. It's shocking how many people don't know that hens lay non-fertilized eggs and think the yolk they're eating is a baby chicken. I once tried desperately to make my friend understand that yolks were not like a liquefied potentiality of a chicken. And she looked at me for a while and then said, but they're both yellow. Behold, a chicken. Image, a lemon. Image descriptions that incidentally make the joke infinitely funnier. What the fuck? It should be illegal to be this small. I'm afraid if I fart too hard in her direction, she'll just instantly vaporize.
Bear Mountain is looking for breeding staff.
I am begging this brown bear sanctuary to rethink their phrasing.
Out of my way, straight boy.
We were correct as children, by the way. It sucks so hard that Pokemon aren't real. It's the worst thing ever. I stopped believing in God over this when I was 9. Surely we are forsaken. For what loving God would refuse to give us the gift of Typhlosion?
Too many people.
Shitpost generator is going to kill us all. Parky, can you tell me why my cat is obsessed with meat slop from a tube?
So are we. Look up sausage.
No.
Any search engine will yield similar results.
May I draw attention to just how cursed Agnes Tachyon and Taiki Shuttle's Valentine's Day chocolates are? Minnow Bourbons is also on a different level. Girl, that's literally parts! So you can tell Taiki is an American horse because someone asked her what love was and she was like, imagine a hamburger. Yo, hit the hay so hard last night that I found the needle. Dude, I don't know if you know this, but that was like the most fire thing I've seen all week. Writing tip. If you push buttons on a keyboard, letters will appear on the screen. And with that power, you could do anything. I think it was cruel to give Lightning McQueen a foot fetish, as he lives in a world where all feet are wheels. He has nothing. Sorry, I wasn't talking to you, I think.
Looks like someone hit the testosterone a little too hard.
Steam sale! $4,000 unfinished AAA game now on sale for $3,999.95. And the most life-changing indie game you've ever seen, usually $4.99, now on sale for 45 cents. I'm saying this right now. If Keep in Mind is ever like a 10 cents or $1, you fucking buy that shit right now. Can't help but notice my porcelain critter figures are no longer arranged by height but by taxonomy. Who could have done this?
Gee, I don't know. That's pretty strange.
I know, right? Who goes around impishly rearranging trinkets? Wait a fucking second! Jojo!
Oh, look at her. Little creature. I'm coming to get you. Oh. I've been paralyzed by her meow. Ah! I'm so paralyzed. Ah! I can't move. Call the hospital.
Yo, what the hell's going on with the Texel sheep?
Sheep things, I imagine.
Debatable.
Skipping the ad isn't enough. I need the Liberty Mutual guy to be sentenced to the chamber of eternal torment.
YouTube has the chance to do the funniest shit right now. A princess who only has her hands to entertain herself in the night, and the night who shares a bedroom wall with her and is being tested by God.
She's doing shadow puppets, and the night can't see who's making them.
Night sweating, terrified. Ye God, what sorcery is this? Princess.
Yeah, this one's a deer.
Betrayed and backstabbed by your scheming evil advisor? Pish! Skill issue. Absolute amateur problem. Just hire 2 of them and reward them for snitching on each other. Just make sure that neither of them is gay, or they'll end up hate-fucking each other and fucking you over all the same. Hire 2 evil advisors, but make sure neither of them is gay. Are you hearing yourself right now? Be serious! Ladies, one at a time, please. Go on. The lion does not concern itself with the bank account balance when a little treat is calling. The lion will never financially recover from this. The lion is unfortunately nearing debt.
Look me straight in the eyes and tell me your current music taste isn't what your father played in the car when you were a kid.
Sometimes you just see a popular post that makes you realize that you and the bulk of the Tumblr's user base have very different life experiences. Dude, if my father was rocking out to Cassiopeia or Miss Green Apple, I probably would be built as a different person. People keep whispering Oathbreaker at me when I walk past them. Well, you shouldn't have made the vow in the first place, scoundrel! Hey, did you poison me yesterday? Be honest.
Yeah, sorry, was I not supposed to?
I think when you correctly identify a trauma that is the base of a woe of yours, it should just disappear. It should be like, you got me, and vanish and leave $100 behind. If you line up several Neros and identify the interlocking connections between them, they should all vanish like clearing a line in Tetris. And when that happens, you get a combo bonus. One of my favorite childhood films is Spy Kids 3. And finally, at the age of 25, I watched it in 3D for the first time. My God, the effects are so bad but so good. And the story is so heartwarming but so badly written. It's a product of its time, but it's like a warm hug from an old friend who's got a cool new haircut. Spy Kids 3 is like Tumblr. It's cringe, but it's free.
You know, cuttlefish have 3 hearts because they love you so much. Look at him. He loves you. Tell me something nice. Hit me with those positive vibes.
The earliest recorded named cat lived over 3,000 years ago in Egypt and was called Nejem, which means sweetie. Gender envy and gay pride implies a full group of the 7 queer sins. I can't speak to the other 4, but one must assume pan-greed to be in the mix. I'm glad it's not pan-gluttony, or else we would never have escaped the frying pan allegations. Yo, hide your grandma, I'm headed out. Howl's moving castle. Wendy, I will throttle you! Worm that lost all its teeth due to a freak accident and can only eat soft foods. Call that a gummy worm. Reblock me, you cowards. You know I'm funny. Where are my notes? Complimented a cashier on her turtle pin this morning, and she said, "Oh, thanks. I'm a little bit of a turtle person." With the carefully contained energy of Cookie Monster telling you he's mildly fond of chocolate chips. I hope she and the multiple tons of turtle merch she has at home are having a wonderful day. Notice how no elves were fucked today?
We could change that.
Not elegant enough to be a vampire, and not jock enough to be a werewolf.
Goblin it is.
Someone sent me a meme in a Discord server I'm in and was like, 99% of Deltarune fans quit right before they correctly predict a character as irredeemably evil, featuring King and Spamtongue and Carol, and then but then everyone was like, okay, but Spamtongue is irredeemable though? Let's all play Undertale again, and you're not allowed to stop until you understand what Toby was trying to say, okay? He's irredeemable in the same way an expired coupon is. You got me there. Never before has an animal's face so clearly expressed,
You think you're hilarious, don't you? I'm just trying to live my best life, John, and you see me as some sort of comedy. How fucking dare you, John?
They aren't horns. They're just exposed nerves.
Pinches your horns. All right. Thank you so much for watching. If you liked what you saw, you can hit that like button, you can comment, you subscribe. Maybe talk about some of your favorite characters that fandom's considered irredeemable. Oh, and if you have the time, I've finished Cosmic Wonders as a light novel. You can check out the QR code link up here. It'll bring you right to the Amazon listing. I have it as an ebook or a paperback that has no limited stock on it. They're all made to order, so you don't have to worry about it ever running out. You could get it in your hands now. Okay, it's Jojo time.
Oh.